What's up everybody, welcome back to another video here at Wall Street PR. In today's video, I'm going over a very unique and interesting company, and that company is Awakn Life Sciences. Their ticker symbol, as you can see right over here by my cursor in the top left of your screen, is AWKNF, and they're currently trading over here at just 93 cents per share. They recently did hit a 52-week low of 90 cents per share before bouncing back up, and they are down from these highs over here of about $2.70 per share that they saw back on January 12th of 2022. But before I break down this chart and talk about where I think the company and the stock is headed in the future, as always, I want to give you guys an overview and a background on the company, talk about what they do, some of the recent catalysts, and I actually do have a presentation to go over. So we're going to start things off over here on their official website, AWKNLifeSciences.com. So basically, they are a company that researches, develops, and delivers treatments and therapeutics to help people fighting addiction, all sorts of addictions, whether it's substance, behavioral, even like food, eating disorders, all of that stuff. They address all of that with their drugs and therapies. You can see that they stated addiction is one of the world's biggest unmet medical needs. Substance and behavioral addictions affect over 1.3 billion people worldwide, yet all current treatments have high failure rates. They're developing a better solution to treat addiction, psychedelic therapeutics, drugs and therapies used in combination, and they are a biotechnology company researching, developing, and delivering these therapeutics. Obviously, this is a huge industry. A ton of people are, fighting some sort of addiction. I'm sure all you guys watching know someone, maybe it's even yourself, that has battled some sort of addiction in the past, or you are currently battling it. So this company is a biotechnology company that does, everything from researching, developing, and delivering revolutionary therapeutics to help cure and fight your addiction. If we scroll down here, that's kind of what I just went over, talking about what addiction is. You can see the prevalence of addictions that Awakn are focused on curing. You can see there's alcohol use disorder, tobacco use, opioid, there's gambling disorder, compulsive sexual behavior, internet gaming, binge eating. There's tons of different addictions, and they all kind of wrap or affect the same part of your brain. So this company is working on fixing that. You can see the number of people globally affected is just absolutely enormous. 390 million facing an alcohol use disorder. We got 109 million down here with binge eating, a ton of gambling, up to 452 million. 1.3456 million with tobacco use. That's the biggest one. And then obviously all these other ones are following suit. You can see their business model right here is research and development. The purpose of our R&D program is to develop world-leading therapeutics to cure addiction. Then we head over here to clinics. They provide the latest evidence-backed therapeutics to treat addiction and mental health. And then over here to therapeutics commercialization. They deliver their proven therapeutics at scale, enabling third-party addiction treatment centers to deliver more effective treatments for their clients. You can see the progress, their pipeline right here, which does show, all the different types of addictions that people are fighting, where they're at with the phases, and etc. We take a look down here below as well. You can see their management team, Anthony Tenson, the co-founder and chief executive officer. We got Kate Butler, the chief financial officer, and so on down the list. It talks about each one of them, gives their background if you guys are interested in what they're doing, how they got to their current position, and what kind of role they're taking in terms of managing this company. They also have their corporate board listed, some key scientific advisors. And if we take a look down here, we're going to get into their approach to addiction. You can see Awakn is addressing addiction with new proprietary combined therapeutics that approach the treatment of addiction in a radically different way than before. Based on new research, Awakn's drugs will target the brain circuits that drive addiction through multiple receptors rather than single drug receptors. These circuits control the behavioral drivers of addiction, and by focusing on circuit mechanisms rather than isolated receptors, Awakn's approach has the potential to be effective in the treatment of both substance and behavioral addictions. Obviously, guys, that statement right there is absolutely huge. The potential to treat both substance and behavioral addictions. This disruption allows the individual to escape from the repetitive, addictive behaviors and thoughts, and in doing so engage with a psychotherapeutic process to enable lasting positive change. Next, under the medicine and therapy tab, this is where Awakn's proprietary therapy comes in. Our therapies work in conjunction with our medicines, enabling the patients to regain control over their lives and helping them to learn new, more adaptive ways to respond to addictive urges, cravings, and the underlying processes that drive them. You can see this chart over here with different parts of the brain and how each part is affected by these addictions. And then down here, our approach, the solution, balanced brain state, no addiction, cognitive control controls the final decision making. You can see that indicated here with a nice graph similar to the one we just saw. If we scroll down here a little bit further, under our approach, the solution part 2, where Awakn treatments act to disrupt these addiction circuits to restore balance in the brain. You can see how it gets blocked out. Their therapy comes in. The whole cycle is listed here clearly for you guys to see. Next, under research and development, if we scroll down, under their therapeutics development strategy, the research team consists of world-leading experts in the fields of drug development, clinical research, psychiatry, psychotherapy, and neurochemistry. They have focused on the research activities on treating addictions where the consequences for the patient, their family, and society are most severe. You can see a nice another chart graphed out for you guys as well. You can read all of this. I'm not going to go over the entire thing. Under ketamine research program, you can see their assets acquired, current activity, and planned future activity. Over here with the chart as well, you can see the 3 months post-treatment, the 6 month, everything right here, all listed out clearly for you guys to see. Next, under MD/MA research program, it talks about similar things as before, their assets acquired, current activity, and planned future plans. So you can see where they're at now, what they currently have in terms of assets, and their future plans going forward. You can also see the NCE research program, same format there. You can see the same thing, another nice chart. The next, under clinics, we're going to scroll down a little bit further. You can see that they have been providing the latest evidence-backed therapeutics to treat addiction and mental health. They've developed and fine-tuned the business and delivery model for therapeutics developed in their R&D business. They have generated real-world data and evidence to support regulatory approval applications, and of course, they have generated revenue. You can see all of this stuff listed down below as well. Part 2 of delivery in clinics. Their target is 15 to 20 clinics by the end of 2024 with an average of 6 treatment rooms per clinic. Treatment rooms will cost between $6,000 and $7,500. Each treatment program will consist of 3 to 4 ketamine sessions and 8 therapy and integration sessions, and they will deliver approximately 6 patient treatment programs per treatment room per month, and each clinic will generate an average of $3 million revenue per annum. Over here to the right, you can see some beautiful pictures of what it's going to look like. I mean, this really does look fantastic. It looks very warm and welcoming. It looks like a nice place to both receive treatment and to work. Then under here, under therapeutics commercialization, we are going to see their purpose is to commercialize our proprietary ketamine-assisted therapy package for the treatment of AUD beyond our physical footprint, disrupting the North American addiction treatment market through licensing our groundbreaking therapeutics package. And their target audience is existing addiction treatment clinics throughout the US and Canada. They have licensing partnerships outside the UK and Europe for the Awakn Care methodology, and their proposition is listed down here as well. So they're currently working online. They're working to build these physical clinics. They're kind of just expanding at a pretty rapid rate, and they do have some big plans for the years to come. And then next, you can see their capital structure. You can see how many shares outstanding, warrants, stock options, all that stuff. They have no debt right now. You can see the management / insider ownership, which is 31.23%. Very okay with that number. Common shares at 26.9 million. Also a very relatively low float stock. And you can see their comparables down here as well to some other companies that are, similar industries and similar market size and market cap as well. And lastly, why invest in Awakn? They have multiple scalable revenue streams, clinics from 2021, therapeutics commercialization from 2022. They have a revolutionary approach. They're targeting brain circuits rather than individual receptor sites. They have combined novel therapeutics, drugs, and therapies used in combination, and they have the potential to treat both substance and behavioral addictions. You can also see their focus listed over here, their IP portfolio, and their global research leaders in the field. And lastly, down here, they do have some references referring back to slide number 9. And then lastly, before we get into the chart, I want to briefly go over this. You can see that Awakn was given a buy rating with a price target of $8 as their target price. You can see all of their revenue numbers listed here as part of their initiation of coverage. You can see the price performance. You can see the price target, why they're talking about this, some key upcoming catalysts. 2022, they're announcing their care licensing initiatives in North America, the UK, and the EU. Quarter 3 of 2022, care is entering phase 3 in the UK. You can see all of their big catalysts to look forward to going forward. All their numbers to really break down their financials. They're right there to see, and I think that's great. that a company like this does kind of show that full transparency. So with that said, I'm going to circle back over here to Webull to show you guys the chart and give my price targets and predictions for this company going forward. I'm going to go ahead and actually zoom out. You can see they have pulled back from these highs, and this isn't really anything to be too concerned about. If you are an investor or a prospective investor in this company, you might see, oh, they pulled back, they're going to go lower. And honestly, guys, that's not really the case. The entire market as a whole had the worst month since 2008. So these smaller cap stocks did get hit just as hard, if not harder, than the big blue chip stocks on the market. So they pulled back with the market. They're just following the overall market trend. And I think now is a great time to scoop them up at a discount under $1 per share. I'm definitely a buyer right here at 93 cents per share. You can see this MACD indicator is indicating that they're relatively neutral right now. If anything, it's slightly green. This RSI indicator is sitting at 37.71, which is nearing that oversold territory, and I think now is a good time to buy. You can see back here with these green and red volume bars, volume has completely flatlined, yet we have seen the price go down. That's just very interesting. There has been no big spike, so that tells me that not a lot of people are selling on the retail side, maybe some institutional shorting or selling pressure, but this is kind of a good sign when you have a low volume pullback. But nonetheless, guys, I think they are going to bounce off of this level and to see a move kind of like this all the way up to about $1.40 per share. That's going to be my first short-term price target. For Awakn stock is $1.40. I think once they regain that level, they're going to be well on their way to $1.70, $2+, maybe even $2.50 in the next few months to the next few years. But I do think now is a dip opportunity that you will regret if you do not buy right here under $1 per share. But with that said, guys, be sure to do your own research before investing and only invest what you can afford to lose. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.